In it to win it, in it together. This is episode 2 of Immigrant Invincible. On location conversations with Jamal Ansari and Mario Pierzchalski.
They can chase us down, but we will always win. Never feeling wrong, cause we don't belong. And getting high enough, we're invincible.
Hello and welcome to Immigrant Invincible. I'm Ryan Garza from NonPod, the nonprofit podcast community. Here with the host of the show, Aneta. Aneta, how you doing?
I am fabulous. What about you, Ryan?
Doing great. It's great to see you. It's been a little while, but we're here now, and that's the important thing, right?
It definitely is. I really missed that podcasting thing. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. So what have you been up to lately?
Oh my goodness, so many things happening. Lots of work and lots of traveling, and those two little munchkins are keeping me really busy.
That's right. That can feel like a full-time job sometimes, right?
For sure.
So in the midst of all that craziness, we were actually able to sit down and record a couple interviews with some friends of yours.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to introduce those two wonderful people to you guys. Our first distinguished guest is Jamal Ansari. He is from Jerusalem, and he owns this exquisite restaurant in Burnsville by the name of Mediterranean Cruise Cafe.
Yeah, and I understand Jamal's been in the restaurant game for a minute, right?
Yeah, definitely seems like a long time, over 30 years, believe it or not.
Wow, and in a business that's as competitive and difficult as the restaurant business can be, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, definitely. He possesses some serious skills, a combination of knowledge and family support, and definitely made it happen in the restaurant business. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, so I was actually sitting there recording the interview with you. You were actually doing the interviewing. I was sitting there pushing buttons and turning knobs like I always do. And really the only problem I could find with the conversation is that by the end of the interview, I was getting a little hungry.
Oh my goodness, I wanted to go to the kitchen.
That's right. I was craving hummus pretty bad by the end of the thing.
Yeah, their food is amazing, so I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, and besides the food, you guys also talk about the entertainment that they have there.
Yeah, this place is so much fun. They have belly dancing and salsa dancing, all sorts of dancing. So yeah, if you have nothing to do, you better go and check that place out. Yeah,
and I think besides food, I think music is a really great way to share your culture and connect with people.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely an international place and connects many cultures and countries together. I really love that.
That's awesome. And who's our second guest?
Our second guest is Pierzchalski. He's from Poland, and he formerly owned Gasthof zur Gemütlichkeit in Northeast Minneapolis.
Okay, and for us non-German speakers?
Sure, no. I guess it's known as Gasthof.
That's right. So I'm from Minneapolis, and we always called it Gasthof. I actually, there's a big sign on the side of the place that says Gasta what, right? But we always just called it Gasthof.
No, let's go. Yeah, the best October place in town for sure.
And what was it like talking to Marian?
Oh, it's awesome. Always great to see him. I've known him for many, many years. He's a great friend of mine, and I always love to hear his stories and, great advice to new business owners as well. Yeah,
you mentioned the Oktoberfest that happened there for a long time, and you were actually instrumental in managing the thing even for a while, right?
Back in the day when I was younger. But it was a great experience. He taught me a lot, and I really owe him, a lot in the mentorship side to help me with my businesses nowadays.
Yeah, and it seemed like the key to his business, he keeps saying over and over again, was kind of keeping it simple, and that's really kind of doesn't matter what you do. That's actually pretty good advice.
Yeah, but also one of the biggest takeaway from his interview is you have to love what you do, and you have to love people. I think they had so many customers because everybody loved Mario, and I think his personality attracted all those customers. And if you love people and you treat them like you wanted to be treated, and people have fun and respect, they always come back, and that's really, really important for every business that we run.
Yeah, and as I was editing both of the interviews, I noticed a couple of things, that they had in common. And Jamal kind of said a lot of the same thing about, making sure that you treat people well and they come back. Another thing that they had in common was that they both wanted to really get across to people that kind of another key to success is realizing that things aren't going to be easy.
Yeah, and I would say the same thing to everybody else. It's never going to be easy, but you have to have that special personality and perseverance, be yourself, and work really hard, and things will come.
All right, so we're going to go and listen into Jamal's interview first, so we're going to come back and chat a little more. Then we're going to listen to Marian's. Thanks for listening to Immigrant Invincible. We'll be right back.
Enjoy. on location at Mediterranean Cruise Cafe, and we are here with.
Jamal Ansari.
And Jamal, please tell me about yourself.
I am the owner of the Mediterranean Cruise restaurant. We have been in business for the past 35 years. It's a family owned that we created back in the early 80s. And it's been a great journey, great success. Very proud what we have today.
Tell me, where are you originally from?
I came from Jerusalem. The country is Palestine. And I moved here in the mid 70s. And when you come to America, you think of education and opportunity. And that was number one reason, of course, we moved to the U.S. for the opportunity and education, which something that is great to be and be proud to have this opportunity. My brothers and sisters moved before me, and I know is a great opportunity to follow him, where you have support and a place to be with and friendship. So that was a great thing to begin coming to the U.S., having some of my family members.
Tell me about the first experience when you got here to the United States.
Came here very young, was only 18 years old. And when you're young, you're always learning. And, you just have to look at your vision and see what is best for you to follow your success.
And what were some of the first challenges you encountered starting as a business owner?
Well, when you start, first of all, you think of school, and school was main focus. So I did attend colleges and University of Minnesota as well. You run to a lot of people, and you always meet people in business, and you always look at them as an example for you to learn from their success. And that's something I did follow and did learn from people in the business I'm in today. And I know if they could do it, yes, I can too.
And beyond the challenges that the most small business owners have, what extra challenges have you encountered in your business?
Well, the challenge is nothing is easy. You begin your business, nobody knows you yet. So you have to tell them who you are and introduce them to what product you're offering. And it is a hospitality work, and it is something, we are in the food business. I mean, we have to make the best food ever. So people come and say, hey, I love this food, I'm going to go to. Challenges come from things in life, just like, sometimes slow business at the beginning, you just have to know it takes time to grow. It's a learning experience. And don't forget, we are starting new to America. Money, of course, you have to have enough to keep moving, and because money, what makes business success by advertising and having the best equipment and have the best help to help you, and that's something you have to work so hard to achieve that in order to get there. Well, the main thing about it is always don't think you're gonna do it fast. It's all about time. Time means learn slowly but surely. And focus and be patient. Nothing comes easy. And that's the challenge you have to understand. You have to have patience in order to succeed, and you got to do it right.
What kind of advice would you give to young immigrants that would like to pursue their dreams?
Well, the main thing is you have to think, can I do it or not? I'm sure you can by following orders, learning, get involved, make sure that you like what you're doing. Liking what you're doing, that helps a lot. And always learn and put time and effort. And there is time consuming, and patience is a key of success.
And one business owner to another, we all know that unfortunately most businesses fail. Why do you think it is that you are able to be successful given this reality?
Because I know it's a long-term business. It's not a short-term. So I know you're going to have good days and you have bad days. So you got to watch it all. And in order to succeed, just keep learning and get better at it. Just like practice. You keep practicing, and with time you're going to be the best at it.
So where did the idea of the restaurant came from?
When I was in college, you go out to eat, and I met a lot of friends, and they were working in the restaurant business. And very much you go visit, and I said, it's a part-time job. I got into it. It's a great hospitality work. I love food. I love cooking. It's a learning experience, and if something you like to do, you're gonna be successful at it. So I did enjoy cooking, and I learned how to do it. And with time, you learn more and more, and all of a sudden become to be as a profession. And that's what happened. Day by day, night by night, you meet so many people. All of a sudden, you have a lot of friends, and friends refer to friends, and it become to be a nice long-term job. And now, we've been almost over 35 years doing it, and we're still enjoying doing it.
And where did the name of your restaurant came from?
When we come from the Mediterranean countries, surrounded by, our food is very healthy and very unique. It has a lot of flavors, it has a good food. People like it. Today it's a big subject, say Mediterranean diet. The name is like trying to make specialty from around the Mediterranean, so it's a cruise around the Mediterranean. So now we could go through all the way Palestine, Lebanon, Turkey, Greece, Italy, Spain, Morocco, Egypt. All these countries experience the same food, very healthy, good for you. We all use a lot of vegetables, we use a lot of olive oil, we use a lot of meats. So we're sharing great food to create the best recipe in the world.
And do your family work with you?
They all work here. They love what they do. They love the restaurant. This is a great place for all. This is a great opportunity for them. And I know they're going to be successful because they love what they do. And that's what makes success, is love what you do. Well, we have Baba Hummus, which is something we're doing now, is trying to create a new flavor of something that you're proud to make. Hummus is excellent. Everybody loves it. It's healthy. So now that's another brand for us. Baba come from my name, which is, the kids always call me Baba, which is father. And this is from when they were kids, they always Baba Jamal. And now that name become to be popular, well recognized. And when the kids thought about something, said Baba Hummus will be the best fit because you are the best father we have. You taught us how to make food, how to be successful. We're proud to have you as a father. That's where Baba come from.
And what is the most popular item on the menu in the restaurant?
Hummus, of course, and steak hummus is really popular as far as to start. Our kebabs are to die for. We have the filet mignon, we have the chicken kebab, we have the fresh salmon. We make it with our famous garlic dip, with fresh vegetables. It's just to die for. So if you do a steak filet mignon with salmon and vegetables, rice or potato, and share it together, you're gonna love it. And start with that, like steak hummus or vagada hummus. You will have a great mouth taste, and you're always gonna say, I want to go back.
And I know you provide some entertainment in the restaurant. Can you briefly tell us what it is?
We do have, of course, as a culture, belly dancers is something beautiful to watch, beautiful to see. It is something been in our culture forever, thousands of years. So that will enhance, the entertainment, where people come to eat, watch a show, have fun, and it is very entertaining, and it's really very welcoming. The dancers are very nice. They attract you. They want you to dance with them. They want to make you happy. It's a great occasion to be in.
Tell us about the salsa nights on Saturday.
Salsa, I tell you, since we moved to this place, we built a beautiful building, and it can seat up to 300 people. And being in this town, Burnsville, we have once a year something called International Festival. And when we first opened up back in August of 2009, actually we opened in June, but in August 2009, that's when I met Salsa Group, came to me and said, Jamal, this would be a great place to host music here. And I said, we are open, and whatever it takes, let's try it once and see how it goes. We tried it, people came, loved the place, loved the food, loved the space, and I tell you what, it's been almost 8 years going, and we are the hottest place in the Twin Cities for entertaining every Saturday. Come and watch. You will absolutely love it. Dance, laugh, and enjoy.
As a business owner, I know it's really hard to juggle work and business, running the business and personal life. How do you do it?
Once you like what you do, you could do anything. And I love people. I could talk to anyone. I enjoy people. I get to know him. And that's what it takes, is keep smiling. People will look at you as, I like this guy.
Why do you believe we should support immigrants?
Well, immigrant, this country, it's about immigrant. This country, we all come from destination. The whole world lives in America, is from everywhere, the whole earth. So it makes it unique. It makes it the best country in the world. Look at the culture that we've seen. You're not going to see it nowhere else except in America. So everybody knows America has the best opportunity to reach your success. And immigrants come in here and they learn that this country is an opportunity and they do take advantage of it. So I believe the immigrants come from different countries. They do appreciate what this country offers to them besides what they have. So they are lucky to be here. And I do believe whatever you do here, it's the best place you could find.
Tell me, what is your American dream?
Success. And this is American dream, is when you success with what you do, you're going to say, God bless America. It is the American dream.
Thank you so much. Please tell us where we can find more information about your business.
Well, we have a website, medcruisecafe.com. We have a great website that has all the information you need. It tells you about all of us, about our business, about us, the family, about our food, about our catering. We do a great catering business here. We do a lot of events. We do a lot of weddings. We do a lot of offices meetings. I tell you what, if you're looking for something good, we have it.
Thank you so much for a great conversation and good luck with your business.
Thank you for coming here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And welcome back. Thanks for listening to Immigrant Invincible. And thanks again to Jamal for taking time to sit down with us.
Yeah, I'm really appreciative of his time, knowing how extremely busy he is in the restaurant. So I really appreciate it.
So like I said, we do have another interview to get to. But before we listen into our interview with Marian, is there anything else you'd like to say about your conversation with Jamal?
Yeah, I totally loved the lesson that he shared with us, and the advice to every business owner out there, including myself. Everything is a learning experience. All we need is time, patience, and really loving what we are doing. The success will come sooner or later. So just keep smiling and never give up.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like some good advice. So what else would you like people to know about your conversation with Marian before we listen in?
I think the biggest lesson I derived from the conversation with Marian was everything is about excellent customer service. It's how you deal with people, what you have offered them, and the relationships you create, and that what brings people back. You have to be really good with people and be yourself and be kind, and be really helpful. And people really, really remember that.
Yeah, and it sounded like giving back to the community and being involved in charitable causes is pretty important to Marian too.
Yes, that's a really admirable work on his part.
Yeah, the other thing you guys talked about, I wanted to ask you a little more about, was this Polish Christmas Eve tradition.
Yes, we have Wigilia, which is a Polish Christmas Eve meal, like dinner. And since, Marian was Polish, it was more authentic, and the Polish culture instead of Minnesota held that event in a restaurant. So it was a great, excellent way of sharing our Polish culture with other people.
And a little slice of home every Christmas for a while. Huh?
Oh, totally loved it.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and listen into Marian's interview. Thanks again for listening to Immigrant Invincible, and we'll be back.
On location at Gasthof zur Gemütlichkeit. So many great memories here. We are here with
Pierzchalski.
Marian, thank you so much for meeting with us. And tell us more about yourself. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Poland. The city was 200,000 people, a city called Radom. I came here in 1983 from I'm originally from solidarity movements, I was in jail in Poland, and I came to United States to have a better life with 2 kids and wife, and we didn't have any money, so I work for the Marriott Corporation. First 10 years, and after 10 years, somebody called me to come to the Gasthof zur Gemütlichkeit and help them with the business. And after 6 months, 1994, I took over the business. The Gasthof zur Gemütlichkeit means good time and good feeling. So I hope everybody had a good time and good feeling here.
We definitely did for many years. Tell us what made this place so popular.
I think people like to have a good time and good feeling, have a good beer, and then we have a good festivals, just like, for example, Oktoberfest, and good service, and good food, good drink, honesty. That's why people coming, and we had customers that were coming here like for 20 some years, same customers. So it's very hard to build the customer base. It's very hard to bring people, especially to the restaurants in Northeast Minneapolis. So I think I put Northeast Minneapolis back on the map because a lot of people until now they thought it's North Minneapolis, not Northeast. So I work very hard here with my people, with my employees, to put this restaurants on top. And we were one of the best restaurants in Twin City here. We were on television, on local channels. We were on Men vs. Food. They were filming here, and we didn't even advertise with them. So we're a very popular restaurant.
I know that Northeast Minneapolis has been known for a place where Polish immigrants used to live. I believe my first time here, I think we met like 13 or 14 years ago. I moved from Duluth and I found out that you owned a restaurant. And I remember coming here, I was so overjoyed that there's a Polish person in the Polish church, and it was so much fun. And you've been my mentor for many years, and we had a lot of time through Oktoberfest. Tell us why this event was so popular when you were running the restaurant.
Because it was so simple, it was so easy, it was casual, so you don't have to be special, everybody, the door was open to everybody, everybody really were coming. They had the money or they didn't have the money. And back then the beer was very cheap, and the festival of like Oktoberfest, we didn't charge the cover charge, it was for free. So a lot of 80% business for the Gasthof zur Gemütlichkeit and Mario Scalabar, it was from the college business. It was the bar business, and they were supporting us like probably 18 to 19 years, and especially with a lot of my employees after they leave the Gasthof, the German restaurant, they opened own businesses because they had a good mentor. I'm a very good person, I'm a very good runner. So some people until now, they have a very successful business, very successful businesses.
Do you believe that it takes a special set of skills and personality to run a successful business?
Yeah, you have to be special have to have a special personality with people. You have to be good with people, and you have to be likable. People have to like you. And like I said, simplicity, simple food, simple ideas. That's what's working. You don't have to be genius. You don't have to have a lot of money, tons of money. I didn't start with money here. I had like few $1,000s, but people were coming because the music, the atmosphere here, the food, we had a lot of people from not a lot of people, but few people from California, especially the boxer George Foreman.
How many thousands of people would attend Oktoberfest every year?
We never count how many people because the city of Minneapolis was always very hard to deal with them. So we just kept secret how many people were coming. because then otherwise they will cut us off and they will give us. They will have to. They told us we have to have a more security. Right? They told us we have to have a more barriers, more fences. You know what I mean? So we didn't say, how many people we had here. But we had a few thousand people.
You've been in my inspiration throughout the time I've known you, and you helped me tremendously to start my food career, and especially, what I'm doing at the Twin Cities Polish Festival. What would be the one advice you would give to one new young entrepreneur, trying to follow their dreams and build something on their own? What would be this one advice if you had to choose from many others and you would give to that person?
You have to never give up. Never give up your dream. You always go forward, And then you have to be yourself. And you have to treat the customer just like you like to be treated. And rest is hard work. You have to work very hard, 18 to 20 hours a day. If you run the restaurant just like this, it's not easy work. The people think, it's so easy. It's just they open the restaurant and everything is working itself. It's not. You have to work very hard. I was running this almost 22 years before we sold the restaurant, and sometimes during Oktoberfest I had to sleep here because it's very hard work. So don't think it's easy. It's nothing easy, but even selling books is not easy, But when you go through with this, you can be very successful. Just always go forward. You have a goal. You have to have a goal every year. You have to achieve the goal. This year I want to have 100 people. Next year I want to have 1,000 people. You have to go forward. You can't stop on the same level.
Before we started recording, we talked about some challenges that restaurants are facing nowadays. Can you please tell us a little bit more what is happening in the restaurant business?
I think right now it's the TV shows, the cable TV shows about the restaurants. It's the professional chefs and professional people. They telling everybody it's so easy to do it. It's you need just a little bit of money and then you can open very successful restaurants. That's why a lot of people opening and then after they see you have to work very hard and they give up. Minneapolis, St. Paul, a long time ago before the TV shows, they used to open like 20 restaurants to 30 restaurants. And then probably 80% restaurants they've been closed and only two survive. Right now they're opening probably 100 to 150 or 200 restaurants, and then they have no chance to survive because it's not enough help, it's not enough even people to support those restaurants. So I don't know, my idea is just that's why people now they're switching for smaller restaurants. They can't they can't run the big restaurants because it's too expensive. They cost too much money because of the food trucks taking a lot of business, and then liquor, the microbreweries, they're taking a lot of business from the bars, hotel, and motel restaurants. And then the people have a license to produce own booze, own alcohol, the heavy alcohol. So it's when you're losing some percentage from the food trucks, the brewery, and then the heavy, how they call the alcohol, distillers, it's not enough money to run the restaurants.
That definitely didn't stop you, and you've been successfully running the business before you retired. How is the retirement going anyways?
Retirement is, I'm not retired, I'm still working, watching my grandkids, and giving people good advice, just like you.
That's always a plus. Tell us, what was the most popular food and a drink in the restaurant?
Most popular, we were selling a lot of beer here, German beer, original German beer from Germany. Some people thought, we're buying here and selling, but it was not true. And then platters. A lot of platters. It's enough food. Was enough food for 2-3 people. Sometimes even 4 people. They are still, until now, they're still very popular. I don't know about the beer, but mostly we were selling beer. And last 2-3 years, a lot of people, they were buying wine because we had the good wine selections. And then mixed drinks, but mostly beer we were selling because it was the beer place.
I promised my listeners that we'll be talking about my biggest pride and joy, which is pierogi, and we are both from Poland. So tell me, did you ever serve pierogi in the restaurant? And I know you love them too.
Yeah, we serve pierogi in the restaurant here, especially the buffets. We had the 5 buffets. Oh, and then plus, we were helping for leukemia, lymphoma here. We had the special buffets, so they all proceed went to the organization. And plus, we had the special buffets for years for the Special Olympics. So the police from Brooklyn Park or Brooklyn Center, they were organizing the event.
Thank you so much for this charitable work. I know it's really important. I also remember that we used to have Vigilia, which is the traditional Polish Christmas Eve celebration here in the restaurant through the Polish organization, correct?
Yes, we had for so many years, and after I sold the business, they don't have anymore because restaurants is smaller right now. It's smaller. It's not enough seats, you know.
What is your favorite flavor of the pierogi?
My favorite was sauerkraut with meat. It was my pierogis from my region where I used to live in Poland. Some people they like pierogis with potatoes and cheese, but it's more from different regions, you know. And also we have a pierogi like with strawberry, the sweet pierogi, the blueberries pierogi, the sweet cheese pierogis. You know, pierogi is very popular item in Poland.
Tell us, are you going to teach your kids and grandkids the Polish traditions and teach them how to make pierogi?
Already teaching them. You can go on my daughter website and they're already making pierogis with me once a year and then with the grandkids too. So they're learning.
That's fantastic. Well, we wish you all the best in your retirement. I know you will never stop working, just like me. But we wish you all the health and happiness, and thank you so much for taking your time of your busy schedule to meet with us.
Thank you very much.
And welcome back to Immigrant Invincible. Thanks so much for listening, and thanks again to Marian for taking time to chat with us.
Yes, Marian, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your story. And now you just enjoy your retirement. Don't spoil your grandkids too much. Dziękuję bardzo.
Yeah, that is actually going to do it for this episode for the most part. Is there anything else you'd like to say as we're wrapping up here?
Yes, Jamal. Once again, thank you for being a special guest on our podcast. And anybody listening, please check out Med Cruise Cafe. It's waiting. All this excitement, great place to visit.
And speaking of our awesome listeners, is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Yes, thank you so much for listening. We got great feedback from our first episode. So tune in for more exciting stories and great guests on our podcast. Visit our website at www.immigrantinvincible.com or our Facebook page. And remember, never give up.
Definitely a lot of great stuff in the way. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time. Immigrant Invincible is a production of Top Ventures and NonPod, the nonprofit podcast community. Subscribe now on iTunes, on Android, or by email at immigrantinvincible.com. Because we're in this together. NonPod turns your email newsletter, blog, or video content into a more powerful, more personal, more intimate, on-demand listening experience. Your podcast, your story, your voice, simplified, amplified. Learn more now at nonpod.com.